Hey, good Friday morning, everybody. High surf warning in LA Orange County and up there in Ventura. There's supposed to be some big waves rolling in here. Man, if you look down in the fog there toward the jetty, there is a ton of surfers taking advantage of this here today. But I do want to warn you all, please be careful if you're fishing around rocks or jetties. It can be very, very dangerous. Lots of beautiful weather ahead, so be careful. All right, so much to talk about. Let's get into it. I'll set up for the morning briefing and be right back.
Look at it boiling right there. Oh, that's a nice one. Levanta la caña. Woohoo! El otro gancho, el otro. Cabeza, duro. Levántalo.
Dear friend, Steve Bermudez was recently crossing the border into Mexico in San Ysidro, California. He had recently been rock cod fishing. He had 25 pounds of lead weights in his car. He went through the x-ray machine at Mexican Customs and he was immediately detained. They thought he had the materials for making bullets. He was held up for an hour and a half. Calls were made to Mexico City to see if he was going to be hit with a smuggling charge. Ultimately, they let Steve go on his way, but they warned him about bringing too many lead weights into Mexico. Probably best to buy your lead weights in Mexico, down in Ensenada, and contribute to the local economy.
Fun halibut special on board the Island Spirit out of Ventura Sport Fishing every single Wednesday. They go for halibut only. This time, they had 4 nice flatties. They'll be going again on Wednesday with great weather. The garage door has become a pain in your arse. There's only one man to call, and it's Joe Welker, your garage door man. The tax man, Tim Marquez, will help you net your tax refunds. He's been doing this for 35 years. You can trust the tax man. Make sure you keep your roof watertight with Pelican Roofs SoCal so you can get back to catching more fish. And you can trust Mario Vega with your estate planning. Make sure your rods and reels and fishing equipment go to the right person when you plot.
Get out of bed and wake up the kids, 'cause you know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Fishing reports up and down the coast. Your Phil Friedman, your coffee-loving host. So much fishing intel, it feels like cheating when you tune into the morning briefing. Inshore, offshore, from the surf, bluefin, yellowtail, pod, surf, perch. They'll tell you where the fish are and what they're eating when you tune into the morning briefing. So give it a like and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of all the fishing content coming your way. Friedman Adventures is here to make your fishing day. It's a morning briefing. Morning briefing.
And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, make sure you give John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. There's nothing like fishing with Captain Daniel Hadaway on the Island Spirit out of Ventura Sport Fishing. And the El Patron, headed to Catalina Island every single day out of Long Beach Sport Fishing.
Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Hey, if a big wave's heading in my direction, will you let me know, please? You know, I've been wiped out by waves before here during the morning briefing. It is great to be with you all, and what great fishing we've got going on that we'll get to talk about with you here today. The long range scene has been absolutely magnificent. I can't wait until our trip on the Independence on November the 18th. I'm going to be funneling all kinds of great information into all of you. And of course, we're going to talk Ensenada. That bite's still going strong here for San Diego-based boats. Tremendous fishing going on. The Old Glory just finished up a great trip. The Freedom out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro continues to catch limits of bluefin tuna out on Tanner Cortez. Halibut fishing on the island. Spirit, great crabbing up in San Francisco, and so much more. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Man, is that good? And is it great to be with you all? Please, no salt water in my cup here this morning. Man, there are some pretty good sets rolling in here today. It's pretty darn nasty. I can give you the Tootsie report right now. Water feels like it's about 64 degrees. How's that for the scientific method this morning? Beautiful morning. And I want to give a shout out to Delgado Fishing, who left a nice comment on our YouTube channel. So many of you take the time to leave a comment, and I deeply appreciate it. I try to get to them all, but I wanted to say hi. I also want to say hi to Rod and Greg from Pure Fishing. Those guys are outstanding, and we had a really nice lunch together yesterday. We are getting ready. When I say we, the dog and yours truly, to get in the car and start driving to Mexico. We'll be down there shooting some content for you all the next couple of days, so that's going to be great. 2 live shows on Monday, the Danny Cadota Show, and also Tackle Shop Confessions. So we have a lot going on, and hopefully Paulina live with yours truly on Saturday. We're looking forward to seeing Paulina and checking out Mexico Lindo and checking out what's going on down there in that neck of the woods. While we're on the theme of Mexico, let's get into it with you all. Down there in beautiful Ensenada, the bite continues ever so strong. Whether you're fishing with Carlos Cortez and Cortez Sport Fishing there out of Popotla, a 15-minute drive south of Rosarito Beach, he continues to make big catches on bluefin tuna. Or you're down there in Ensenada, which is a 70-mile drive down into Mexico. It has been flat spectacular. Check out Blackfin Sport Fishing. Man, they come up and they process your fish while you have a cold one and you enjoy some fresh sashimi, but they've been having fantastic fishing down there in Ensenada. And I don't mention all the operators down there, but they're all getting them pretty much. It's for reals. Sport fishing with Louis Prieto. You saw that little short that we put up with Captain Ihara Nunez, the first female sport fishing captain in Ensenada, catching a sizable bluefin tuna with Louis just the other day. And also we've been watching Mara Sport Fishing do good. Primero Dios, that's God's first sport fishing. They've been doing good. Ramon Sport Fishing, like I said, any number of guys. Small shiny jigs have been working great, but I've seen fish down there caught on Tatty 45s, trolled Mad Mac lures, so the Daiwa Sakana, the Cold Sniper, and of course, oh my God, I won't spit it out again today for Mike. I will check it though. I'll just drink it. How's that? God darn it. What the heck? I don't know. Tastes like there might be a little salt water in there. All right, back to Ensenada. Those Tuna Riot poppers have also been working really, really good. So really good stuff going on as the tide is coming up here in Southern California. So I don't know what to tell you. There's just fantastic fishing going on. It's almost all bluefin. You know, there's still some yellowtail around, but everybody's going that 20 miles or so to catch the bluefin tuna. It has been nothing short of spectacular. All right. Let's talk about long-range sport fishing, because the long-range scene has been absolutely magnificent. There's wahoo, there's yellowfin tuna to pushing 200 pounds right now. There's excellent yellowtail fishing, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on also. You know, I'm talking about like Pargo and all kinds of stuff as they come back up the coast, the long-range boats that is. Sometimes they'll pull in and catch yellowtail, halibut, white sea bass, sheephead, calico bass. It's been spectacular fishing and is showing no signs of slowing down. Red Rooster 3 with some great wahoo fishing here recently. I've been all over it. The Independence is heading home with Kevin Kwan and the anglers who went from Of course, Young's Fishing Tackle in Bellflower, California. They had a magnificent trip. The XL all over the wahoo. The Intrepid catching big yellowfin tuna. Kind of picked at him yesterday, but a lot of 90 to 190 pound YFT. That is good fishing. The Vagabond with wahoo and yellowfin tuna, as I mentioned a moment ago, will be on board the Independence the 18th until the day before Thanksgiving. Can't wait for that trip. I'll be shooting a video, putting up lots of shorts. It's going to be fantastic, no doubt about that. Really looking forward to it. All right, let's get you up into Southern California. And the Old Glory just got back in to San Diego after another magnificent trip. I'm telling you, fishing can't get much better. Limits of bluefin tuna. They had a go around on those big slug yellowtail. Check out Frank Alvarez with that big slug yellowtail and some bluefin tuna. It was fantastic on board the Old Glory. And the guys that are out fishing, Tribute, Old Glory, any of those guys have been having fantastic fishing. Some of them will come out of Point Loma and hang a left and go down into Mexican waters. Others will go out to Tanner and Cortez Bank. Both those areas have been very, very productive at times. It's what we refer to as a plunker kind of bite. So it's not wide open. You're just kind of scratching at fish, one or two fish hooked. And then you get 3 fish and maybe 6 fish and maybe you're dry for a while. That kind of bite mandates that you fish something lighter, like 25-pound fluorocarbon, a smaller hook, 2 or a 4 size circle hook works good. We like blackfin circle hooks. They work really, really well. And then other times it'll fire up and bite really, really well. When it does that, get on up to that 40-pound fluorocarbon and use the heavy and put it to most of those bluefin tuna down below the border as well as out there on Tanner and Cortez. I want to say are 15 to 25 pounders, a few bigger and a few even smaller than that. But the fishing has been absolutely fantastic. We mentioned the Freedom out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. They've been doing really, really well. Limits of bluefin tuna on a regular basis. Good morning, my friend. What a day, huh? You're going down to the jetty? Yes, sir. All right, have fun. Thank you so much. Some really great folks down here enjoying this big surf. The surfers are taking advantage of it down by the jetty. Is where they are going as it's coming up on me once again, and I'm keeping my eye on it. As you can see, the Freedom not only had that great bite, however, on the bluefin tuna, but they also hammered on the yellowtail. So just great fishing going on right now. If you don't mind, hit that like button, share these videos everywhere. Make sure you subscribe to the Freeman Adventures YouTube channel. Over 10 million views the past 3 months. We can't thank you enough. You can also follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Jeff Lingle runs a yacht out of San Diego, and he worked his way down to 240 miles, and he had a magnificent trip. He runs a yacht out of San Diego, does a great job. 5-day trip, 7 guys on board. They had 20 bluefin tuna, 7 over 100 pounds. Some of the standouts, a 160 pounder, a 142, 130 pounders. They added 10 yellowfin tuna to their catch, 5 yellowtail, and some of the best white sea bass fishing that Jeff says he's ever seen down the Baja Coast. They had 18 white sea bass to 42 pounds. Man, what a trip they had. Hopefully he'll be able to jump on here during the morning briefing premiere, because Jeff likes to participate in the live chat, and it's always great to have him with us. Last time I heard, he'd just gotten bait. He's back in, baited up, and off he goes with another group of 7, including 2 8 and 9-year-olds who are really excited because the 9-year-old is at the wheel right now as we speak. Just great offshore fishing here in Southern California right now, and it is not slowing down. Let's talk islands. We'll start at the Coronado Islands and tell you there's a few yellows there, a lot of deep water cod. Same thing at San Clemente Island, deep water cod. Good calico bass fishing continues out there at San Clemente Island, but just about everybody is off fishing that bluefin tuna. There's some dropper loop, big yellows, taking it Clemente from time to time. Once in a while you get whacked and get a really good bite, and other times it's really, really slow. So we have to keep our eyes on that for you. Catalina Island, variety's been the name of the game. A few yellows, a few barracuda, a few sheephead and whitefish. Rock fishing, if you fish the deep water, stuff's been great. El Patron's been headed out there on a regular basis. www.longbeachsportfishing.org up in the Channel Islands. We continue to see some halibut. The Island Spirit had 4 halibut, as you saw in the lead in here today. Also, the Aloha Spirit has been catching some halibut up there in that neck of the woods. And we've also seen just awesome lingcod and rock fishing going on in that area. So that has been absolutely spectacular, no question about that. Really great fishing up there in Santa Barbara. Same thing, lings and rockfish, Avila Beach, Morro Bay. When you have a good weather window, it's been fantastic fishing up there in San Francisco. Crab season is open, so Dungeness crab and rockfish combo trips are the name of the game right now. And just about everybody we look at up there are just putting the hurt on the crabs. 10 Dungeness crabs per angler, and it hasn't been a problem. Get a limit of both rockfish and crabs when you have some good weather. So how on earth can you beat that? That is absolutely fantastic. December the 13th. Don't miss it. It's Fan Appreciation Day with Freeman Adventures, food, live music, raffles, and a whole mess of fun. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 22nd Street Landing, Saturday, December the 13th. We'll see you there. You're invited. Come on in and check out the studio, take a photo or two, and meet some truly wonderful people. Asking you all, please, to bring an unwrapped toy, brand new toy for a boy or a girl. Asking you to bring it that day. That would be absolutely fantastic. We are looking forward to seeing you all at that very special day. All right, let's talk about the Southern California surf. And I'm going to start out by talking about Big Fish Bait and Tackle right down there on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. They've got it all for your next surf fishing adventure, but they've got your offshore situation covered also. Right there on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway, where you can get pin reels and anything else your little heart desires to make your sport fishing dreams come true. Big Fish Bait and Tackle. Well, this is pretty tough to fish, to be honest with you. In the surf fishing, it's just going to be a tough one. But you can pick fish off in this. You know, right now, if you're coming through with a chrome crocodile, you got a very good chance of catching a halibut or a yellowfin croaker. Believe it or not, I've fished in way worse than that and picked out some fish. A little bit of bar perch down there around Huntington Beach. An occasional yellowfin croaker here in the surf also. We've seen some pretty good fishing up there in Long Beach on halibut. A lot of shorts. And then up there in the Redondo Beach area, a little bit of Corvina still hanging around, especially out there around El Segundo. Not much, mostly barred perch, smaller for the most part, occasional nice sized fish. And then up there in Ventura, some better sized barred perch up there. That bite has been not too shabby, let me tell you. Oh, shoot, 1/2 and 3/4 day boats. Don't let me leave those guys out because they're pounding on the rockfish and been doing really, really well here. Dolphin down there in San Diego, 20 guys, 183 rockfish. And that's been the name of the game for most landings. Surface bite, really not happening right now. You know, you do get a twilight bite on the bass out of Marina Del Rey and other places, but for the most part, it's going to be deep water rock cut, and they're doing really well on that. All the guys. I know the Victory has been doing really, really well. Several other boats have been doing fantastico on the shallow water, or pardon me, on the deep water stuff. You can fish in the shallows for sheephead and whitefish. That's been pretty good. And the Monte Carlo the other day had some pretty fair bonito fishing. There was a little bit of that and some big whitefish for local areas. Monte Carlo, 22nd Street Landing. They'll be at it all weekend long. All right, my friends, I'm going to get out of here before I get doused, man. It is pretty impressive here this morning. Right when I say it, of course, we don't see anything, but there's I don't know, 40 surfers down there. You can see that huge encampment down there by the jetty. Those guys are going to have some fun here today. And we're going to have some fun as we take you along on our trip to Mexico. The dog and I heading south here. Shortly, we'll keep you in touch with all the very, very latest. And of course, if anything else goes on here today, you'll get it first with Friedman Adventures. Don't forget, 5-day trip on the Independence in April. We would love to have you join us December the 13th, Fan Appreciation Day at 22nd Street Landing. That's going to be a lot of fun. Take care. Have a great day. And I hope to see you really, really soon. Notice the fake there?